All right, welcome Hornet fans as we are set and ready for 5A Central football right here from Watson Chapel Stadium on the campus of Watson Chapel High School. We've had our national anthem, and now as our captains make their way out on the field, we want to say thanks to each and every one of you for joining us on the Maumelle Sports Network. I am Steve Henson, joined tonight, as always, by my broadcast partner, Tyler Chenault. And tonight, on our production engineer, Kayla Fletcher. On our main cam will be Christian Webb, and down on our field cam will be my wife, Kristen Henson. And let's talk about our sponsors real quick before we get this Akel's kickoff going. Your touchdown sponsor all season long, American Pie Pizza, located at 9709 Maumelle Boulevard. Call them at 501-758-8800 or visit them online at ampiepizza.com. Score a touchdown with a Hog Wild Pizza tonight. Your first down sponsor, Acre Family Pharmacy, 1900 Club Manor Drive, Suite 101. Call them at 501-274-1130 or visit them online at acrepharmacy.com. Be part of the family at Acre Family Pharmacy. Your penalty flag sponsor, PI Roofing, 6109 Remount Road in North Little Rock. Visit them online at piroofing.com. Don't get penalized on your next roof repair. Choose local. Call PI Roofing today. And, of course, your kickoff and halftime sponsor, Akel's Carpet One Floor and Home, 3 convenient Little Rock locations. Call them online at 501-214-0635 or visit them online at akelscarpet1.com. Kick off your next home improvement project by calling the experts at Akel's Carpet One. Once again, I'm Steve Henson, and joining me tonight is Tyler Chenault. Tyler, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Nice to get back into winning ways last week and hope we can keep that going.
Yeah, final road trip of the year. I feel like we're kind of like the Razorbacks who get to come home for the first time tomorrow. We've been on the road, seems like forever this season, and so got a little taste of it last week, back on the road this week, and then back home to finish it up for the final two.
And the crazy thing is we've been in all 3 Pine Bluff schools. My wife asked where we were going this week. I told her Watson Chapel. She said, I swear y'all played them. That's because we've been to Pine Bluff 3 times now.
This is already my second trip here to this press box this season. So as we await our coin flip here, Kristen down there getting a good shot of our captains. Oh, our official nearly had to dive for that one. One does hit the turf on the toss. Watson Chapel's won the toss. And they will defer their option to the second half, so your Hornet offense will find their way out onto the field. And my first question for you, Tyler, is how clean are those whites looking tonight?
Man, they look good. It's tough, especially this time of the year. You figure they're going to be dirtied up a little bit, but I mean, it's looking nice with the red hats. If only, like we talked about last week, we could get some alternate helmets, but that's where it gets really expensive, getting those extra hats.
Well, I think the white hats, that's the plan for next year. So the whites actually just came in last week. So the pants got thrown on last week for the first time, and now we get to go with the all-white tops and bottoms tonight. I know the kids were excited to have those on tonight. A couple of little changes tonight in our roster. Nothing major. I talked to Moppin down there. He said, we will never do that again where we end up with, like, everybody's got a different number and a different jersey. But you do have a couple of guys who have not seen action this year that we're going to see in these jerseys. Number 24, Deshaun Burton, and number 34, Braden Harris, are both going to be options tonight that may see some time as well. I do know Bubba Johnson out for this ball game. The shoulder situation with Bubba. So we'll keep an eye on that situation for him for the rest of the season. Hopefully he can come back. That'll be a big loss. But, Tyler, a big one here tonight. Obviously, to control your own destiny, you got to keep winning. And this is a game, again, you got to win this game, not to sit here and try to pile on a Watson Chapel program that has struggled. But as you see them come out, they don't even get to run through anything. They just kind of jog out on the field. It was an interesting entrance by Watson Chapel. But this is a struggling program, whether it's numbers, coaching, whatever you want to call it. It's been a struggle for Watson Chapel. So as Maumelle, you come into this game, you don't want to come in too hyped up, and feel like you're just going to walk through it. But this is a game you should be able to win.
Yeah, and they've got a coach that's had success at a couple different stops at Maurice Moody. So it's a program that has somebody at the helm that has been successful. There's just so many other factors that go into it, but hopefully he can build it up back to what it once was. But back to Maumelle, it's a must-win just in terms of playoffs, making the playoffs, getting that 4 seed, because that's your only option at this point is to get in as that 4 seed. But if you drop any of these last 3, those chances drastically go down, especially with what Whitehall and what Marlton has slated for the rest of the year as well.
Yeah, as you look at the way things kind of finish up, obviously Pine Bluff has got a matchup with Morrilton tonight. They'll finish the season up with Morrilton and Robinson. And then, of course, at the top of the 5A Central right now, Robinson battling with Mills tonight in what could be an interesting game on the field in terms of just who's on the field.
Yeah, it got even more interesting this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, the situation with Mills losing some guys because of the big altercation after the Pine Bluff game. But then Robinson dealing with a lot of injuries. They're having to move some freshmen up. I think it might be the debut tonight of their stud freshman, Reese Simpson, a guy that I know Coach Escola is extremely excited about. But we got business to tend to right here in Watson Chapel. First, we'll keep you updated on what else happens across the 5A Central tonight. But your Hornets are about to make their entrance in that icy white uniforms. And we are just about set and ready for our Ackles kickoff. And, of course, our Hornets are going to be fashionably late before they come through that banner.
Time. Yeah, everybody else is out here ready. Refs are ready. Watson Chapel's ready. Make it a delay a game before a game ever starts.
And Hornets do make their way through the banner. And a great job there by our camera operator, Kristen Henson, putting herself right in the middle of everything. Don't run her over. I don't want to have to take care of her too much when we get home. Of course, Christian Webb up here in the stands with us. He's just outside our booth. And thankfully, it's a small crowd here at Watson Chapel tonight, so I don't think we'll have too many issues with people in front of our main cam.
No, he's not going to have to tell anybody to sit down tonight. There's nobody. He's in the little fenced-in area anyway.
Yeah. So. We corralled him in there. I was here for the Mills game a few weeks ago. Obviously, that's a little more of a rivalry matchup, and but we had to move some people that night. Thankfully, it doesn't look like that's going to be an issue tonight. A small contingent of Maumelle folks. We're excited about the ones that are joining us on the stream tonight, and we are just about set for your Ackles kickoff. A very good-sized kicker. I cannot see the number.
5, I think.
Is it 5? That'd be Demarion Kai.
6'4", 250.
Who's also their quarterback. Right. He's a quarterback, defensive end, and kicker, apparently.
He's their do-it-all guy.
That's right.
Look at, some good-looking size. 99 down there, 6'5", 260. It says he's a sophomore. So they got a couple of good-sized guys down there. It's just a matter, as you talked about, numbers are low, so it's just tough for them to go 4 quarters, I imagine, and still be ready, still be able to go hard.
When I was here for the Mills game, that was a game at the half. It was, I think they were tied at the half, so a very close football game, and then Mills really had a huge third quarter in that game to put it away. But this is a team that's at least got a little bit of talent as we get our Ackles. That ball is smoked all the way through the end zone, and so Kai kicks it through, and it'll be a touchback, and Hornets will start this possession at the 20-yard line.
You don't got to get much airtime on it as long as it goes to the end zone.
That's right. Alan Whitley, Corey Garrett, Javian Dotson in our comments. We appreciate everybody. And, hey, I want to say thanks to my guy, Matt Jenkins, as he hits us. They got the bye week up at BB, and he's joining us for the stream right now. Appreciate you tuning in, Matt. That's a huge help for us up at BB. He's been big anytime we've been up there, so we like to reciprocate anytime we can. And those guys do a great job on their network up there at BB. So here we go, 66 people watching us as we get ready for the first snap. It'll be Bjork and Worsham. I was down there at field level. Worsham back-to-back 200-plus yard games. I looked at him. I said, "You going to do 2 tonight?" He said, "Nope, I'm going to do 3." So we'll see if Worsham can get 3. I was promised for the 4th week in a row an Elijah Newell punt return for a touchdown, so I expect to see that.
He hasn't done it yet.
Mobbin said it's his fault. He won't get vertical. So here we go. Bjork gets the snap right to Worsham. They go on the first. No, that's Newell. Sorry. Newell squeezes through. He's going to get 4 yards on the play out to the 24-yard line.
I was looking at it. He looked a little thinner and a little taller than Worsham did back there.
Cato Hunter is spread out to the far side of the field. Cato had a big game last week, couple catches. He had a touchdown. He also had, I think, 7 pass breakups on the defensive side, so a great night for Cato in the Morrilton game.
Yeah, he really good at corner out there last week.
Bjork's got it. He'll give it to Newell again. Newell got a big hole across the left side over the 30, trying to break free. He'll be pulled down across the 35, giving him the 36-yard line, and that'll be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down for your Hornets.
Yeah, good tackle by Jalen Hobbs, number 6 there for Watson Chapel. He very well might have saved a touchdown.
So first and 10 here as Hornets got 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Bjork's got it. He'll give it to Newell. Newell meets a man at the end, cuts inside. Going to try to get to the other end. Couldn't get around as he's looking for a block from Barham. He'll be pulled down after a gain of about 5 to the 41-yard line, bring up 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, defensive in there. He just kind of came free, but Newell's able to make a good cut and get upfield and get positive yards. See Frost there with that big cast on his left arm. He's been playing through it.
That's pretty impressive. I know he had a couple of catches last week, did have a drop, but that's big time to keep playing, be able to get your blocks. Newell got some blockers to his right side, and he's got room across midfield. And Newell going to be drugged down as he got across the 45. They'll spot him at the 40, and that'll be another Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets.
Might have been 25, Jesse Bell. It's hard with these numbers. I thought that AAA passed a rule that they had to be different colors, but that's black numbers on black jerseys. I'm not sure that you're really supposed to be able to do that anymore.
No, I think you're right. I think that's a penalty to start the game now, but they didn't do it. And I'm going to offsides here, our first PI roofing penalty of the night.
Because Robinson's one of those teams that had to change up their jerseys because they were black on black for the longest.
5 to the 35, 1st and 5. Again, I want to thank everybody for wearing your pink out tonight as we honor those in the fight and those who lost in the fight.
So 1st and 5 now after the PI roofing penalty. The offsides call on Watson Chapel. Taylor is the running back, and Bjork's going to follow him, and he's got room inside the 30. Made a man miss, and Bjork will get down inside the 20. We're going to mark him down at the 16-yard line. Another Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets.
You know, Worsham told you he was going to get 300, but he still hadn't. maybe they're saving him for a little bit or something, but he hadn't got on the field yet this possession.
I said Taylor. It was Mason who's going to get some run at running back. Coach Maupin said we're going to get to see a good bit of him tonight, so we'll see. Maybe they're trying to give Worsham some fresh legs between now and the end of the season. As now they're going to make a switch here. Obviously, Bubba Johnson out. That changes some of the things you're going to do in your backfield.
John Williams, I think, came in.
Yeah, you're right. So Williams, the end, as Dalen Larry was in the game, he'll come out. And they pitch this one inside to Frost. Frost around the corner, 10, 5, inside the 5, bounces off a couple guys and give him the touchdown as the Hornets strike first here at Watson Chapel with a 16-yard score by Jonathan Frost.
And Steve, one thing to pay attention to, I don't know that you're going to see many quarterback runs. Bjork has got a little limp in his step after that run. Might not see him run it as much anymore this game.
And they're going to go for 2 as Bjork, again, same play. That one hits the turf. Should be an incomplete pass. And now they blow it dead. And
yeah, there it is.
No good. So the 2-point conversion try is no good. And your Hornets strike first and lead this one 6-0 with 9:08 left in the first.
Nice quick possession there. Just run the ball. But if you can do it right, it's the best way to just more efficient. You don't have to worry about risking throwing and picking stuff. If you can do it, you can run the ball. You want to do it as much as you can.
So now, correct me if I'm wrong, but technically that was a touchdown pass by Bjork to Frost, right?
It was, and I did just say no passes, but he pitched it forward. A pitch forward is a pass.
To be honest, I'm just sitting here trying to tweet it, and I was like, I don't want to get this wrong.
Yeah, assuming it was exactly the same as what they just ran, it was a pass because couldn't tell if it was a handoff or not, but we'll say it was a pass.
So set to kick this one off. I believe is Bjork. I was talking to Maupin in pregame down there, and Forrest, I didn't realize Forrest had suffered a concussion earlier in the year. And it seems since he had that concussion, he's kind of struggled to kind of get things going again. That's why we went for 2 after that one, and now that's why you're going to see Andrew out here kicking off.
It's going to be number 4, Andrew Bajork, on the kicking duties.
As the PA announcer says.
And they try the onside, and we've got a PI roofing penalty.
Going to get them offsides. I think they were going to get that one, too, if they weren't offsides.
This will be against the kicking team.
So one thing you got the quarterback kicking it. So right, that's one thing that goes into trying to onside kick it. And 2, you hope you can kind of get to that magic number, maybe just trying to get the offense back out there.
Well, they'll try this again. They'll have to kick this one now from the 35-yard line. cheerleaders work to get this subdued crowd into the game. They'll try it again. They're going to dribble this one up the middle. Ball still loose, and the Hornets fall on it. This should be Hornet football at about the 49-yard line, and it is. Hornets recover the onside kick, and they'll be right back on offense here with 9:08 left in the first.
Yeah, and Watson Chapel, they had a chance to return it. They got hands on it maybe twice there before somebody got there and knocked them off on it. Just couldn't catch it. It was a little weird-looking ball that, it's tough to catch those that are spinning like that. Able to catch a break, still get an onside kick, and see if you can't go put another 6 on the board.
All right, so 9:08 is the Hornet offense back on the field. I cannot tell who that is. Is that Worsham at running back now? Looks to be the right size, and it is. And we got more whistles. And we have a substitution infraction on Watson Chapel, it looks like. So another PI roofing penalty. And the Hornets, just like that, are back in Watson Chapel territory.
Substitution infraction.
Not a great start for a Watson Chapel team that, got to play a clean game to have a chance, and they just hadn't done it yet.
See if Worsham gets his first touch. And they do. Give it to Worsham around the right side, and a good tackle as he is slung down. No gain on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 5 from the 46-yard line.
Maybe 30. Brandon Dykus, I think, was who was on the tackle there for Watson Chapel. I think it was 30.
You're right. It is hard to see those, and we're not even at a bad angle. It's
No.
we're at a pretty good position. So Andrews got it, and back to Worsham again. Worsham picking his hole there. It closed quickly. He's actually going to lose a yard on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
I think it was 30 again back in the backfield to make the tackle. I'll make sure we're keying that guy next time.
So 3rd down here is Watson Chapel looking to get the Hornet offense off the field after the onside kick recovery.
Brennan Dyke was in on the stop.
Go back to Worsham, same side. He finds a little seam in the middle, makes a couple of guys miss. He's across the 30, dragging a man with him inside the 35-yard line. That'll be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets down to the 23-yard line, 1st and 10 there.
Yeah, was able to get a gash there and able to get north and kind of got the backside cut off because Dykus came from as the backside linebacker, both of those tackles, and we at least got somebody to him and able to get north before he's able to get there.
So big chunk play there for Worsham. Hornets keeping it on the ground. They'll go back. Nope. Fake it. Want to throw over the middle one. And Cato's picked off. This one's going to be intercepted, and Watson Chapel will run it out of bounds.
He slung that one. That was a bullet, but he just didn't really have safety undercut it, and he just didn't have a chance to get it to him. Only had one receiver on that side, so safety didn't have anything else to keep his eyes busy, and it was a pretty easy break for him. And then that's interesting. They just didn't really even care to try and return that one too much. He saw one guy coming, so he just said, I'll take it out of bounds.
And you wonder, it's a winless Watson Chapel team. Obviously really difficult to get your team up this part of the season when things haven't gone your way, but see what their offense can do. High, I think, is the quarterback. He faked it. He's going to run it up the middle. Hornets looking to drag him down. Big-bodied quarterback, and he's pulled down. What is happening down in our stands?
I think it was a student that was yelling at a mother, and now the father's yelling at the mother.
Gotcha.
And he was trying to get his daughter to calm down.
So 2nd down as we get dramatics already, but not on the football field.
They did run that quarterback, and he's a good side kid.
Yeah, he got a yard out of the play.
I think he might be tough to bring down. Didn't get a chance to talk about that one yet.
I think it's Demarion Kai. We're at his number 5, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll run a motion man here as Kai hands it away to the motion man, trying to get to the left side. Some good blocks. He broke a tackle, and now finds his way close to an Acre Pharmacy first down. I think he's going to be about a yard shy. Bring up a third down and a yard, I believe, here.
Let's see if we can figure out when he gets over here. I think that was 6, Jalen Hobbs on the carry. And Jalen Joyner, number 3, hadn't called his name a whole lot, but he's in there for Bubba this week. He knifed through there and just wasn't able to make the tackle.
It's good to see Joyner getting some play. I know he's been banged up since he got here last year. The guy they really thought was going to make a huge impact in the running back room has just not been able to stay healthy and get himself on the field. And we got whistles. I think we got a timeout. We do. Watson Chapel was about to get a delay of game, so they use a timeout. Took a long time to get that play call in and going. Everybody lined up, so it was 6:30 left in the first. Your Hornets lead at 6-0. First timeout by Watson Chapel.
And on a positive note, as Steve likes to say, it looks like cooler heads are maybe starting to prevail down here with our ruckus in the stands.
You know, we've had enough ruckusing going on over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, I think Watson Chapel's got 4 guys suspended for this game.
From the Valonia.
From the Valonia altercation, and that one was just about as ugly as the Pine Bluff. It wasn't as big as the Pine Bluff Mills, but there were some haymakers being thrown in that one. If you've seen the video of it, it was pretty bad.
It could have gotten just as bad. It had the rumblings of it. You got the sheriff over here now walking the guy out.
So let's hope that's going to be one of those situations. I know I think Harmony Grove, and they had a big altercation after their game last week. It's all prompted the AAA to put guidance out now on how to handle handshake lines and post-game procedures. Can we not just play a football game where you get to physically hurt each other for 48 minutes and then come out and shake hands? I mean, goodness. Either way, here we go. Third down and short, and they're going to be close to a first down. They got it up over the 29 to the 30-yard line. That'll be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down for the Wildcats.
The whole 6'4", they dove at his feet, and they got him down, but whenever a 6'4" guy falls forward, he's able to get a couple yards.
Mills scored on their first possession in that ball game. They lead 6-0. Robinson trying to drive with their freshman quarterback under center. And Watson Chapel again taking a lot of time to get their personnel set. Now Kai, he'll roll to the right. Kai sees some room as Taylor belts out. Boy, they couldn't bring him down. And not sure who the first guy there was, but he broke that tackle as well, Kai.
Joyner was the first guy there, and he squared him up good, and he just kind of lost a little bit of his feet there and got pushed off of him. But, again, that's 6'4", let's say 250. I mean, that's tough, and he was coming downhill. That's like height and weight-wise, that's like Derrick Henry almost coming downhill. That's a little different, but, size-wise.
That's a big senior quarterback coming at you. I don't know if he can throw it, but he is definitely going to run you over. Okay, gives it away to the running back, and the running back stacked up in the backfield this time. Hornets going to drop him for a loss of about a yard. He'll bring up third down and 6 for the Wildcats.
So BJ was the first guy there, and then 55, was that Forte? Nope, Sherman. Forte's 53. Was the second guy in to come clean it up.
So third down and 6. Watson Chapel able to convert their last third down.
It was a little bit shorter than this one, though.
Yeah, they only needed 2 the last time. They've played a quarter over at Charlie George, and Mills leads at 6-0. Now they'll pitch this one to the right. Nope, Kai kept it. Kai trying to get around the corner and dives forward. I think he's got a first down. He needed the 40. He's over the 40 to the 42-yard line. Make it the 41, and that'll be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down for the Wildcats.
And Barrow makes the tackle, and he made a good decision. He went straight for the shins on that one. And, again, you got him down, but 6'4", he's going to get those extra 2 or 3 yards whenever he's falling forward.
So quick update on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. The battle of Sylvan Hills going up against ex-coach Chris Hill. Kai going to give this one up the middle. Trying to get the left side and going to be drugged down. Good tackle on the backfield. Trying to get an eyeball on
BJ.
So Beats making his presence felt here on this first offensive possession for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's tough to run. It's been tough to run up the middle on this defense all year. And now I think, you're at the point where you might outclass them a little bit in the middle too, so it's going to be tough to get anything in the middle of the defense.
Chris Hill's Wildcats lead Sylvan Hills 14-0, that one in the first. Now Kai, he's going to show if he can throw. Oh, ball's loose. Going to be an incomplete pass as Williams knocks that one out of there. That pass came late.
He pumped it, and I don't know if he wanted to pump fake it or if he lost it. It looked like it might have slipped out of his hands the first time he tried to throw it. Had to regather, and Jonathan Williams almost had a chance to undercut it and pick it off.
Yeah, I thought for sure we had a pick six. I thought for a second we had a pick six there, but good job to get him down immediately. So another long third down here, and see if the Hornets can hold this time. So now looking to throw is Kai. Kai, pressure. Steps through the pocket. Jonathan Williams all over him, though. Jonathan goes right for the ankles and says he ain't going anywhere. Dumps him down inside the 40.
He says, I know where to go. I know what it takes. And that time they had 3 third downs there, and they got longer. They progressively got longer and finally got them into a 3rd and 10 where they had to throw the ball, and they didn't get it off.
I'm sitting here looking at some of our other streams of Sylvan Hills Sports Network. I guess they're getting some names wrong right now because whoever is in the chat is blowing them up right now. So 4th down here in 12, 2:54 left in our first as Watson Chapel runs a guy on late. They're going to have to take a delay of game here. Now they just did snap it. I'm not sure how. Punt is a high punt. Newell points at it out of bounds at around the 30. You can see where they spot it.
Hornets will take over.
I think it is going to be right on the 30-yard line.
That's why it's nice to be on this call with Steve because he, you got the connection, especially at Maumelle with how long you've been there. You got a pretty good idea of how to pronounce most of the names, at least for the Hornets.
I try, although I'm still back and forth on Bjork, if it's Bjork or Bjork, and I've not been corrected, but I did hear Moppin say it Bjork a minute ago, so maybe I've been saying it wrong all year.
Maybe there's just it's such a slight difference that nobody even really notices.
Hey, look, people know. I promise you. I've told the story many a times. I'll tell it again later. But Bjork, either way, Andrew's got the football. He'll hand it away as Worsham. I know that one. Worsham, boy, he nearly exploded through that. He's going to be caught as he crosses the 40. That'll be an Acre Pharmacy first down on that first down carry.
Yeah, you saw that second gear at about 2 yards. He did something there, and he really switched it into gear, and he got vertical quickly.
Now go right back to him again, Worsham. Well, good job as he finds the seam. He'll get 6, maybe 7 on this one as they're going to spot it. It looks like the 47-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd down and about 6. And Worsham, got a little limp as Worsham comes off the field.
That might be why, because he's got that right foot spatted up too. That might be why he didn't start out the game. Maybe he's got a little bit of a bum ankle this week.
That's also probably why we're going to see a lot of big 32 in the game as Mason comes back out. And that's where they'll go. Mason cut inside. Nice move. And going to be drugged down as he got to midfield. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, obviously hadn't seen him carry the ball a lot. That's one right there. You got those guys around. You get that second hand on the ball. Make sure, especially your first few times carrying the ball this year, protect it. That's number one, protect it.
The other thing out of Mason that I'd like to see there is just to turn it up quicker. Don't try to dance. You got a big body. Use that big body to your advantage. You're not Worsham. Use that big body and run a few guys over, find you some space that way. High snap. Andrew brings it down, but a lot of pressure right up the middle. And Andrew not going to be able to escape that one. So on 3rd and 2, the Hornets lose 8, maybe 9, as they're going to mark it at the 41-yard line. And so it'll be 4th down and 11 here for the Hornets.
Yep, that's one that, bad, snap was a little high. It was still manageable, but I don't know if even you had a good snap because they had a couple guys in the backfield quick. I don't know if that was really going to change anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. So run some guys off late here. Some linemen out. They're going to go smaller as Newell comes into the game. Into the slot. 4 receivers. Let's see if they just pooch this, and they are. Yeah. Andrew kicks it away. Good kick, but going to be returnable inside the 25-yard line. Cato couldn't get him. Now Mason trying to chase him down, and Bjork is the man that knocks him out of bounds.
It was close.
Bjork got him as he crossed the 40 to the 42-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will start this possession with 54 seconds left in the first.
And I don't even know how much Bjork actually hit him. He just kind of cut in front of him, and they kind of bumped chests a little bit, and he just fell down. Might have been a little acting going on over there, too.
Okay, so Dad has corrected me. It's like New York, but it has without a B in it, so it's Bjork.
Bjork.
So Bjork. Sort of saying it right.
Bjork.
The J is
Bjork.
silent.
Bjork.
All right, Bjork. Gotcha.
Is it a long E or just Bjork? Because he put 2 E's.
He did, yes. Buzz for a Hornet. That's just the Hornet side of it, right? It's a B. Watson Chapel back on offense. They want to throw. They want to throw deep. He just lofts the ball up there. A lot of fighting. What a catch. What a great catch inside the 20 for number 2, Malachi Rayford. Rayford's the backup sophomore quarterback who made that play.
12, Caden Brooks was in coverage there. Hadn't seen any. And yeah, they're bringing back in.
I think the Hornets going to spend a timeout here as they were trying to get some guys in quickly. They were not going to get set, and they do. So Maumelle uses a timeout. As I think they might have been a little surprised by the arm of Kai tossing that one up there.
Yeah, and that went about as high as it did far. I didn't know that it was going to come down where he wanted it to, but it ended up dropping right where he wanted it to drop.
It was a great catch by Rayford, though. He really battled, and to your point, he was battling with Caden Brooks, a guy we haven't seen much of this year at all. I don't know that I've called his name other than maybe one other time this year. I may be stretching it with that. So.
And he wasn't in it. He was in good position. It was just a ball that was dropped right over his shoulder, dropped in the proverbial bucket.
Gonna jump over here to the Robinson Sports Network.
Just getting into my blind spot over here. Need a porthole right here like we had.
Robinson has responded in the second quarter. They lead 7-6. You guys be sure to join us at halftime for our Akel's halftime show. And we'll have the bands playing, and of course we'll get you scores from around the state and the great Jim Ashley's stats as well. I didn't realize Jim took my spot on the show after with Randy Rainwater and Kevin Bohannon. He got the 10-12 spot. I don't know how that even happened. A lot of pressure in the backfield. That looked like a busted play as Kai falls forward back to the original line of scrimmage. We're in 2nd and 10.
The confusion there is which side the receiver was going to come on the handoff. I think he thought he was going behind. Quarterback thought he was going in front, and he just didn't really know what to do.
So 2nd and 10. Let's see, they don't have to snap it again, but got to believe they will. Well, the play clock's not even going. And they fake it, going to throw interesting little sidearm pitch. Like a shortstop trying to get the double play started was Kai. Instead, play goes for maybe a yard, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. So after a quarter of play, your Hornets lead this one 6-0. Join us for the second quarter here on the Maumelle Sports Network. Come see us today at American Pie Pizza. Enjoy our pizza by the slice daily from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Or catch one of our daily specials like $2 Tuesdays and get $2 off any large pizza. Are wings more your thing? Monday nights are Wingtastic Mondays. So get all the wings you can eat for just 69 cents a wing. And don't forget about the incredible cheese dip. Then to finish it all off, be sure to grab a Pizookie or one of our other amazing desserts. So head over to 9709 Maumelle Boulevard and let our friendly staff serve you today. Call ahead at 501-758-8800 or order online at www.ampiepizza.com. Live free and eat pizza at American Pie Pizza. All right, welcome back as we are set here for our second quarter of play. Well, just about set. We got football teams on the field.
I don't know what we're. Okay.
Now we're ready.
Ref still needed a couple breaths.
Yeah. They changed sides of the field. It's a long walk.
Just glad I can see.
Yeah. So Kai's got it. Rolling left. Wants to throw. He just launches this one up there, and his receiver couldn't quite run underneath it. It'll be incomplete.
Hilliard in coverage there. Had great position. Would have had been another really good ball for a chance to catch that one.
Let's see the number on that receiver. Another good-sized player out there. Clever turn.
12, looks like. Tyler Williams, 6'3", 190.
And the Hornets brought Cameron, I think it's Searles as well, and the ninth grader who had 400 yards receiving last night. They're going to try to launch another one back
12.
corner and fight for it. And I think had the Watson Chapel player not swatted that away, it may have been intercepted.
I think 12 picks it off if 3, Tariq Connor doesn't jump in. He wasn't the intended receiver, but he jumped in and got in front of it. Looked like he was playing safety back
Yeah,
there.
it did. So the turnover on downs, it'll be Hornet football here with 11:46 left in the first half.
Guess even if he picks it, you may lose 2 yards there. If he picks
Yeah.
it, you end up on the 20. Now you're on 18.
Yep.
So.
All right, so the offense back on the field. Let's see if they try to get a little more aggressive. It's been mostly the run game for the first couple of possessions.
They're emptying it out now, so maybe we'll see a little bit of an actual downfield pass rather than a little pitch pass.
And the only time they've kind of went downfield was that slant that was intercepted.
Yep.
Keep looking up, seeing my child do cartwheels over there in the back corner of the end zone.
Athletic.
Now, Bjork goes to Newell. Newell is wrapped up and yanked down immediately. May have lost a yard on the play. Bring up second down and 11.
Rayson is going to be right there to meet him. 1 yard loss. Second and 11.
Get that boy in gymnastics.
He's done some gymnastics. He enjoys it.
And gymnastics, you talk about something that builds muscle?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I wish I'd have been in gymnastics. I don't know.
You're taking a lot of time here between
Play clock's
plays.
not even running.
And now they've got the game clock rolling, but you're right, play clock's still not moving. I actually haven't seen the play clock move in a minute. They'll try to throw this out to the right side as Frost has it.
Catch by one arm. How do you catch? Because, I mean, that cast is definitely in the palm of his left hand.
Yeah. He's all one-handed.
The left arm's there for stability right now. That's about it.
We're not going to have a play clock tonight, guys.
Not anymore.
You can do what you want. No delay of games. Just run it down.
Take 10 minutes between plays and get to halftime. We'll make our own running clock.
Yes. And they're not. 10-13, the game clock's ready. We are just taking as much time as we want. Andrew throws. That's going to be intercepted as well. Not sure what we were doing on that one. Andrew was looking for Hilliard. Hilliard was tied up with the corner. And
Hilliard looked like Bjork thought he was going to break inside and turn in. Hilliard turned out, broke outside, and I don't know, from this vantage point, can't see how far off it was. But the spot Bjork put it, looked like he was expecting Hilliard to break in rather than out, and he broke out right into the defensive back.
all right, so Watson Chapel ball after the second Hornet turnover. Defense going to have to deal with a short field here.
Yeah, the play clock's not worth. Yeah, the Whitehat's going to keep the play clock now. He just told him he'll tell him whenever it's at like 10 seconds or 5 seconds. The back judge.
So Kai, as he gets his guys set, waiting for the snap. He'll get it and fake to the right, run to the left. And Kai jumps a man, and we got a PI roofing penalty, most likely going to be a hold. We do have pink flags this time.
We do.
Tyler.
We thought we were ready for it last week. Yeah, you said it's a hold. That's in the spot of holding. 5. He can't. He's limp. He's hurting a little bit. You take a lot of hits to the legs, like he's gonna take it. It's gonna take its toll. He's got a little bit of a limp. York has a little bit of a limp. Limp City out there right now.
Yeah. You guys, if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We would certainly appreciate that. We're just shy. I think we're like 60 subscribers shy of 1,000. Love to hit that before basketball season gets rolling. Boy, do we have a lot of fun prepared for you for basketball season. It's too early to start talking about that in this game right now, but it's on my list of to-dos if this thing gets out of hand.
Bringing some heat.
Looking over the middle, and nobody home. We've got a PI roofing penalty. We're going to get a hold.
I mean, that's what
down
nobody
here.
Looks like. I don't know if they're going to say we held the receiver.
Yeah.
They got to put his shoulder pad back in his jersey. So
that's Brooks again, who I think he may have had a step on Brooks, and Brooks had to save himself by grabbing the shoulder pad.
We'll replay the down.
So the 10-yard penalty will take us back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Where it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 31.
And a whistle. And now what's our stoppage? I think we're still trying to figure out clock issues, it looks like.
I guess so. I don't know.
I'm not sure what we're doing now, but eventually we're going to get back to football. So Kai's got it. He wants to throw. He's going to launch this one left side. A good spiraling throw out there, and caught, hammered, and he hold on to it. No, he lost it. And a great play by Alan Timmons to come over the top and knock that one away.
Yeah, 100%. If Timmons isn't there, that's a touchdown. But Timmons saw it quick, right? The ball came up. He's playing that free safety back center field, and he gets on his horse, and he takes off, and he knocks it out. He gets it out of his hands with a nice hit. Really good play by your safety back there.
The receiver took the worst of it. Number 3, Tariq Connor. He's come out of the game kind of flexing that shoulder.
It's one of those that also hurts you a little bit to know you dropped a touchdown.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 10 here. As you can see the plan. Run Kai up the middle and throw it deep.
Where's Cato going?
I don't know. There's no receiver over there, Cato. And now, again, a lot of time here as I think quarterback looked back at the official to try to figure out how much time's on the play clock.
I'm not sure.
Kai wants to throw. Got his running back out of the left side. Williams gets the ball. Nice stiff arm. Broke it. And, oh, what a tackle inside the 20 as Timmons came in and they have saved another touchdown. But it's going to be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, unfortunately for Williams, he got the bad end of a nice stiff arm right there by the ball carrier.
And Kyle, give it to the back to the right side. Inside the 15. He'll get 5 yards on the play.
He's able to squeeze through 2 defensive linemen that got back there quick, just able to get skinny and get through the little gap, get some positive yards.
Wildcats, a little momentum on this drive. And Kyle's going to keep this one left side. Got away from the first tackler as Joyner runs him out of bounds. Let's see where they spot this at. Looks like it's going to be right around the 12-yard line. Make it to 13.
Hit us a couple of times with Kai, faking it, and we're kind of losing contain on the backside, and he sells it. Our defensive end there kind of bites on it a little bit, and he's able to get outside and get some yards. They've done it a few times to us now. Got to understand that he's obviously a threat to run the football. Stay home.
It's another 3rd down here. Watson Chapel's actually been good on 3rd down. Our last drive stalled out on 4th down. Going to run the inside pitch. He's got a first down. He's got more. Touchdown, Watson Chapel, as that is number 2, Malachi Rayford, who scores from 13 out. Watson Chapel's an extra point away from taking the lead.
And that was, similar play to what we scored on. It's kind of the same thing we do it, bringing that little guy after the snap back across the formation. And that time he may have handed it. Not sure it was a pass like ours are, but either way, a good design play. It will get positive yards, gets in the end zone.
Watson Chapel will go for 2. I think we'll see much kicking in this game. Now we got a whistle. Another stoppage in play. I think we got a timeout, Watson Chapel, and we do. So Watson Chapel burns their second timeout of the first half. Reminder, that last touchdown brought to you by American Pie Pizza. Another early lunchtime game tomorrow for your Razorbacks as they're at home, finally, for the first time in, I think, 35 days. And so if you're not making your way up to the Hill to support our guys, Andrew Chambly as well as Nico Davier, head over to American Pie Pizza and watch the game there.
Maybe you'll finally get a chance 5 weeks later to see a W put on the board. I think they got a better chance than you had those last 4, taking at least a little bit of a step down in competition.
Yeah, that'll be that's one you got to win. Obviously, Arkansas has had a tough little road here over the last 5, but this is one you should win. Mississippi State team that is definitely struggling. So excited to get to see our ex-Hornets do some work. We've seen a lot of Nico the last couple of weeks as he just missed out on getting a sack on a loose ball last week. So excited to see him continue to get some opportunities. All right, so Kai and the offense will try to convert the 2-point conversion here. Going to run right up the middle. Kai is wrapped up. Going to try to use that big body, and the Hornets going to push him the other way. So 2-point conversion is no good. With 8:21 left in our first half, we're all tied up at 6 here at Wildcat Stadium.
Yeah, he about had a chance to fall backwards in the end zone there, but able to get enough guys there to slow him down and keep him out, at least keep it tied.
So again, go see our friends at American Pie Pizza, 9709 Maumelle Boulevard. They've been the sponsors of our touchdown all year long. And, of course, as we get close to basketball season, they're going to be our three-point sponsors as well. So you're going to get to hear lots of Pizookie calls this season, I do believe. So, Tyler, this has been a little bit of a struggle here early on. The offense has not looked in rhythm. Obviously, it looks like the Hornets are playing a few guys that don't normally get a lot of time out on the field. So we'll see if they can get some rhythm out of the offense here, because it's the one thing you don't want to do is let Watson Chapel hang around and feel like they got a chance.
And it's one of those games where the kids know the record of the team that they're going to play. They know how they've played, and as a coaching staff, you preach all week that you play a game for a reason, right? They're not just going to come out and lay down. They're going to try and fight, but that's just kind of how it goes. And I mean, you see it at all levels. You see it in college, too. Whenever a team comes out, they play down to their competition, and it's just tough mentally to get prepared. But once you go through something now at 6'6", oftentimes it wakes them up when they start to play their style of ball.
So Kai set to kick this one off on our Ackles kickoff, and he just puts his foot into it. I swear Frost may have to return this. He picks it up at the 3.
And he's got room to the left. Just get over there.
Finds a seam, trying to get the corner. Out across the 30, going to let the speed show. Out to midfield, look the other way. He's going to be pulled down at the 46-yard line. A late PI roofing penalty gets thrown, and we'll see if maybe that's a face mask against Watson Chapel.
You might get a hold there, but you might get a face mask. I couldn't really tell. Yeah, face mask.
Was it a face mask? I was just hoping.
Yeah.
The way it came in so late, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, it would have been tough to call hold there whenever the ball carrier's there too, but he signaled face mask.
And so you look at the schedule to the point of what you got coming up, and maybe some of what you're seeing in this ball game. You go back, obviously, over the last few weeks, Pine Bluff. We went to Pine Bluff, then we had Mills, then we were at Robinson, and then a really tough battle against Morrilton last week. So to your point of when you come into a game against a team that you feel like you're going to overmatch pretty easily, you may sleepwalk through the early part of it. Let's see if the Hornets can find something after that big punt return by Frost.
I think kickoff team expected it to go out of the end zone too and just weren't really coming too hard.
Bjork will give it away as Newell's got it. They've got a good push across the left side. Newell inside the 20. 15 breaks a tackle. Back the other way. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6 as Elijah Newell scores the Maumelle Hornet touchdown.
There you go. You're like I said, you're hoping giving up that touchdown kind of wakes you up, and you get 2 big plays right there, kind of gets you going. And, I mean, I'll be honest, the atmosphere, right, it's not your normal atmosphere either. It's tough to get up. Even though you're down there playing, it's tough to get up whenever it's a little quiet in here like it has been all night.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of energy, even obviously in pregame, even with the senior night festivities for Watson Chapel. All right, so they're going to go for 2. Joe Mason in the backfield. Bjork's got it. He's going to run to the left instead, back up the middle. Spins around. He's into the end zone for 2. And the Hornets push the lead out to 14-6 with 7:58 to go in the first half.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to generate your own energy. And that's one thing that I feel like Coach Mopping probably is pretty effective at, is generating his own energy for his team, and he's going to get it going now. Now that they punched another one in, had a big return, he's gonna juice it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think we ever have to really worry too much about whether or not Moppin's bringing the energy to the sideline. He is one Red Bull away from a heart attack every game, it feels like. And I don't even know if he drinks Red Bull, but what's what it look like?
He probably he doesn't need to, I don't think, because I agree. I don't know that would be the best thing for him. Anything with caffeine probably he needs to stay away from.
No doubt. All right, so we should see Bjork in there to kick this one away. The Hornets maybe finally found a little offense here.
Get the defense going, be able to tackle Big Kai and slow him down a little bit. His feet have hurt us the most. So obviously, he threw one big pass.
I don't believe that's Andrew that's going to kick it. That is Elijah going to kick it? No, Andrew's right there. I see him. Okay.
Yeah. Might just see all onsides tonight.
Maybe so. We're taking a page out of the PA book.
You just got to change it up each time. Do the helicopter next.
And we're going to offsides. Going to get another PI roofing penalty. Reminder that last touchdown brought to you by our friends at American Pie Pizza at 9709 Maumelle Boulevard, home of the Pizookie. Make sure you go see our friends Tamsy and the crew at American Pie Pizza.
That's it. You see a new kicker, and just like they say, new quarterback comes in, right? It changes your snap count. So people are going to jump off sides, false start and stuff. New kicker comes in, it changes your timing for your kickoff team. So it's hard because you've worked all summer, you've worked all year on making sure you get to the line right as he kicks it. Well, you have to throw a new guy in there, and it throws off your timing, so you get a couple off sides.
All right, so Andrew will try it again. He dribbles this one to the right side. It's gone 10, Hornet football.
Yep.
Hornets recovered at the 46, and that'll be Hornet football after the onside kick, recovering the offense right back on the field.
He waited on it. That was really good patience there. But that's one, as a kickoff return team, you got to judge if it's got enough juice to get there. You got to go get it now, because otherwise you're going to start getting people in front of you and blocking you that you're not going to have a chance to get it.
And that's exactly what happened. That front line for Watson Chapel even almost kind of they bowled around it, waiting to see if it was going to cross the 45. And by that point, the Hornets had built their own little wall.
Because the return team can touch it before it goes 10. Just the kickoff team can't.
And so the Hornets come out, 3 wide receivers in the set. That's Cato to the top side. Motion man is Timmons. That's where they'll go. They'll pitch it to Timmons as he follows Newell around the left side. Timmons, good block by Elijah. Timmons across the 40 inside the 35-yard line. That'll be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets, and they're going to hustle back to the football.
Yeah, Timmons' first touch, and, Timmons, it's just another guy that's able to make guys miss, another fast guy, quick, fast twitch guy that's going to be able to get north and make some positive yards. And they got so many of them here that if you can spread out those touches, you can keep fresh legs.
3 wide receivers again in the set. They flip it. Cato's still at the far side of the field. I'll fake it. That's where they want to go. Wants Cato out there. Throws it up to him. Cato runs under it and make the catch. What a throw and catch as Bjork hits Cato for the 46-yard touchdown. And just like that, your Hornets extend their lead to 20-6 with 7:43 to go here in the first half.
There's another drop in the bucket. He put it right over the corner, shoulder, dropped it right into Cato's waiting arms, and he was nice and patient. Cato was, and just let it come to him.
I said 46 yards. That was actually from about 34 yards out. I looked up at the scoreboard.
That's fine. Put
tried to use that.
Nobody's going to be mad that he got a few extra yards in the stat book.
And they're going to kick this one, actually. Try the extra point. Snap. It's a good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. And so Cooper Forrest comes in and kicks the extra point. And with 7:40 to go in the first half, Hornets lead this one 21-6.
Nice to see a little extra point, get the kicking game in going a little bit. And they've got once they get a good hold, their timing's gotten a little bit better on that one than it has been. So good, nice to see. You can see the work they've been putting in all season starting to show up.
And that'll be a big one if they can get Forrest going, make him get his confidence back underneath him in that leg, and you make that run to the playoffs. Obviously, a lot of games come down to kicks, and if you can at least add that weapon to your repertoire before you get in the postseason, that'll be huge for the Hornets.
Yeah, and we've seen some of our close games, right? It's been able to make those extra points because then you have to start chasing those ones that you missed, and you miss on some of those 2 points, and it put you back further than you had to. I mean, Robinson was a perfect example. It was a 3-point game at one point whenever it didn't have to be.
So just about set for our Ackles kickoff. So we'll jump over here to the Robinson Sports Network. Obviously, our Mills Sports Network's got the drone going tonight. Boy, ball game going right now. Charlie George. Robinson with 22 seconds left in the first half leads it 14-13. I think that's Forrest kicking now, and he will put a boot into this one. Going to be returnable. Got to chase it down inside the 15 from about the 12. Mason, the first man there. He gets away from him, breaks a seam up across the 25 to the 27-yard line. And a shoe came off.
Yeah, shoes flying off and everything. That's what you get them. You onside kick it after him a couple times, then you bring Forrest back in and kick it deep when they've got everybody up for the onside kick. Don't have much blocking.
All right, so Watson Chapel will take over here with 7:33 left in the half as Kai makes his way back out at quarterback for the Wildcats. Watson Chapel, after their last score, want to try to build on that here. Kai gives it to his running back, and is that BJ again?
BJ, yeah.
Ooh. BJ Beats slings his man down.
Making it difficult up in the middle for him. Not too often you give defensive tackles. He's probably up 4 or 5 tackles already. He could get in double digits by the end of the game at defensive tackle.
Pretty impressive for BJ. A lot of time here between.
And the back judge, he's keeping it, but it just feels like his watch is a little bit slower than it typically.
2nd and 10. Kai's got it. He'll put it in the belly of his running back left side as that is Joyner. Runs him down at the 25. Give him 3 on the play to bring up a 3rd down and 7.
Good play by Joyner. Just got to get out there. With how they're schemed again. We've talked about it with the edge. They wrong arm it, and you just got to have somebody there to be able to get outside and finish it up. And that's why you got to have speed. They've got speed, obviously. Had that inside linebacker position, able to get out there and seal it up. Gone are the days of the big 260-pound inside linebackers that can't move a whole lot, but they can come downhill at you.
A lot of clock running off here. We'll snap it. Kai faked it, but a lot of folks in the backfield. Throw it over the middle. Oh! Hilliard nearly had the interception. Instead, it falls to the turf, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
There were 2 big missed stats on that play. We had a sack. I mean, he came in, timed the snap perfectly, was untouched. I'm not sure who it was. Couldn't tell from the other side. And then Hilliard missed a pick, possibly a pick 6 on the stat sheet.
Looks like they're going to punt this as Newell will retreat back to around midfield. Surprisingly enough, Kai's not their punter.
Is that the Dicus 30?
I can't tell from this angle. And this one going to be a short kick. Newell going to come up. He wants to return it. Newell retreats one way, goes the other way. He's going to be slung around, trying to break the tackle at the 45-yard line. And that's where this possession will start for the Hornets.
He got slung forward for a couple, 3 or 4 extra yards there. And that was risky. He caught it knowing as soon as he caught it, he was going to have to run backwards. And that's what he did after he caught it, to run away from a guy and at least get some yardage there.
5:54 left in our first half. Hornets have found a little something offensively, scoring the last 2 plays. Touchdown pass to Cato, touchdown run for Elijah. Let's see if the offense can do it again here. I'll fake it, throws it out. Caught by, is it Cato or Hilliard?
Cato.
Okay.
Hilliard was the guy blocking for him.
It's like a gain of 6 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 4.
Second and 4 from the 39.
See if maybe they try and get Timmons the ball a little bit more. He just touched it once, and they a big chunk play.
Watson Chapel got a guy running off really late.
Did they even run a guy on, or are they 10 now?
Fake the pump fake. He wants to throw it deep. He's got Hilliard. He's got a step. Hilliard going to run under it.
Yeah.
Makes the catch. Give him 6 as Andrew Bjork finds Karsten Hilliard. And the Hornets strike again on the 39-yard touchdown pass.
And I'm 99% sure Watson Chapel played that play with 10.
I think you're right. They were super confused coming off the field. But another touchdown there brought to you by American Pie Pizza. And with 5:41 to go here in the first half, your Hornets lead this one 27-6 as we await the Cooper Forest extra point.
That was another really good ball. A little bit more outstretched hands there by Hilliard, but he's able to show strong hands and catch that and get in for a touchdown.
And Forest kick is up, and that one is good as well. And so again, with 5:41 left in our first half here from Watson Chapel, Hornets lead at 28-6.
Grittying off the field. 2 for 2 on extra points. He's got to celebrate.
He's getting a little bit of Cam Little in him out there, I guess.
Man, you talk about a shining light with the Razorbacks. That's a dude that he'll be kicking on Sundays.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. If you're not careful, we're going to become kicker you or something.
He might be one of those guys a kicker that actually gets drafted.
Yes.
You don't see it too often, but it happens every once in a while. And he's, knock on wood, he's been nearly automatic from 50 plus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been able to watch really any football that of teams that I enjoy and go, man, I don't feel nervous when the kicker steps out on the field.
Now, whenever the punter, on the other hand, but he's been better. Once we talked about him a little bit, he's improved. He's been a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, consistent. It's crazy. He had a 70-something yard punt in that game on that one that rolled, though.
He's got a monster leg. It's just a matter of making contact each time.
All right, so Forrest will kick this one away as 2 return men are up around the 25-yard line. And Forrest will boot this one returnable from the 23. Out across the 30. Get around the corner. He does get the corner across the 40. Going to be pushed out of bounds at around the 44-yard line.
Had to dodge the water cow.
So Watson Chapel, good field position here to start this possession with 5:32 to go in the half.
It's just, it's a weird one, on the the kickoff right there. They got everybody up close, so it's tough to really figure out where you're going and know who's going to come block you. Because oftentimes you have an idea of where your blocker's coming from as a kickoff team. When they're all up there and jumbled up, it's just like they're just trying to pick guys off. 10 just got sent off. His shirt may have not been tucked in. It sounds like something they probably already warned him about, and they said, if we see it, you're off. And he just got sent off by the ref, looking at the front of his jersey.
So Candler came out. Pruitt will replace him. So Kai, he wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket, just tosses it away. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
He had to, too, because that's who'd you, 51?
Yeah, Pruitt, Zaylen Pruitt.
Yeah, he was in there. He was back there quick. He had to get rid of it.
Quick update is El Dorado leads Sylvan Hills 28-7 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Sounds like that's going to be a long drive home for our Sylvan Hills Sports Network crew.
Yeah, those aren't fun. That drive in itself is not fun.
No, it's not. They got to go to Greene County Tech, too. I feel for them. They got the raw schedule. That ball overthrown, tipped away as Hunter got a hand on it. Falls out of bounds and bring up 3rd and 10.
We had to drive to El Dorado for a benefit game one year. It's like, who schedules a benefit game and that far away?
I guess we can't talk. We played at Marion in the benefit game this year. Yeah.
Well,
They came to us last year, but we went to them this year for the benefit game.
Oh.
I think a couple years ago we went all the way up to Ozark. Okay. They're bringing all kinds of pressure. Somehow he escapes it. Candler can't get him. Now they do. Up to the 40, doing his best KJ Jefferson impression. Getting out of that trouble up across the 40-yard line and bring up a 3rd down.
13?
Is it 3rd or 4th?
I think it's 4th.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Because they had 2nd, though, on the sticks over there, so they had a flip 2 this time. They were off.
Yeah, it'll be 4th down and about 13. Fortunately, I've got Kayla right here next to me, so I can just kind of cheat off the live feed every once in a while.
Yeah, she takes care of it.
Kayla's got – so I should have warned you about the bug situation. I've never seen Trip Keeter – I have never seen Trip Keeter almost come out of a booth so fast.
We're not going to light switch for these, though? We're just attracting them.
I guess not. They had crickets jump in here. We'll have them in here before the night's over. They're flying around out there. But poor Trip about lost his mind. Hey, here's one of your moments there. The punter went and had something to say to the receiver. Watch the fake. Or no, that's the running back. They're going. Kai's going to punt this, I think. Nope, here they come. They were in the backfield. Instead, Joyner going to drag him out of bounds. And it'll be Hornet football at the 41-yard line after what was not supposed to be a fake. They were going to punt that.
I think so, too.
Pressure got there immediately.
He just didn't want it to get blocked. But that's one of those. If somebody goes and whispers something to somebody else, expect something from him. That time, not so much, but you definitely better have your eye on that guy.
That was Pruitt was the first Hornet in there.
In that situation, running back, you say, hey, man, we're punting it. You don't got to go through it. There's not.
So Newell in the backfield with Bjork. Andrews got it. He wants to throw again. Got Timmons over the middle. Instead, he goes the other way to Cato. Cato under it. And Cato kind of lost his footing trying to readjust. And that one falls incomplete. And is Cato. We always count on Cato for the dramatics as he kind of rolls around in the end zone after missing that one.
It's a really good design there. You got both of them going deep, and then late, Timmons breaks his off to try and pull that safety down, and it works. Timmons, might have wanted Timmons to break it a little bit sooner just so the safety didn't have a chance to get back there, which he did. It didn't affect it, but good design to pull that safety up.
Now they'll hand it to Newell. Newell hesitates, found a seam, broke a free inside the 25, and going to be drugged down to the 20, or they call it the 16, maybe the 15-yard line. And they will spot at the 15. That's another Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets.
Yeah, inside linebacker Dykus again on the play. This time not in the backfield, which is good for us. But he's flying around. He's making plays for him. Got to have somebody out there to make plays.
So 1st and 10. I've not seen Worsham back on the field since he tweaked an ankle.
I think it's one of those where they're not going to risk it.
Now give it away to Newell, left side. Newell, nice seam, back up the middle. It's to the 10. And that's where they'll stop him. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
I bet you don't see Worsham anymore. If they can keep it up right here and, keep it a nice lead, keep him healthy for next couple weeks if you can.
Yeah, especially with the situation with Bubba Johnson. I don't know the full situation, but it didn't sound very good for the future for Bubba. And if that's the situation, then obviously you want to keep these guys as healthy as you can. Now Andrew, give it away. That's Mason. Mason trying to stiff arm, and he does. Inside the 10, the 5, dive forward, touchdown. Give him 6 as Mason scores. We got a PI roofing penalty on the turf.
Hold on the edge, bro. Blocking the back.
This is going to be against the offense.
So wipe the touchdown off the board. The PI roofing penalty will be assessed.
Run the play again.
And Joe rumbles into the end zone, and he gets it called back.
So they'll back this one up. Replay second down. All the way back to the 17-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 12. It looks like they're standing on the 18. So 3rd down and 13 here. Or 2nd 13, sorry. Sublin in motion. They'll go to Mason. Mason found a seam, a lot of room to run. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6 as Joe Mason scores the American Pie Pizza touchdown. And with 2:37 to go in the first half, the Hornets extend their lead out to 34-6.
I don't know.
I'm gonna let you because I saw the same thing.
3, Tariq Connor for Watson Chapel. He's back there playing free safety, and it looked like maybe early on, first series, you can go back and watch it if you want. It looked like he kind of tweaked his hamstring a little bit, and he's been limping, and I guess he made a business decision not to try and plant on that hamstring and try and get in front of Joe because he could have at least put up a little bit of a fight. He decided not to.
He didn't try at all. Forrest, line drive, extra point. It's up. It's good. And so Forrest 3 for 3 on extra points. Gets his picture taken. And now he hustles his way back to the sideline. So,
oh, here we go. We got something set up now.
Uh-oh. We're going to have to get Kristen over there for those. If he gets a few more of those, we got to make sure we get that one on camera.
I don't know what they did over there, but I think Coach Moppin came in to add into that celebration on the sideline.
And now the question is, do I even have Joe Mason on my Twitter? I don't think so. I don't see a Joe Mason. Hey, you know what? I can always go back and edit it. Look at you. Look at you.
That's what producers are for, right?
That's right. Oh, man, there's an M
They
in
do
there.
all the extra stuff that nobody else knows about.
I got it. Thank you. Look at there, Kayla. No, that's why I always say I need at least 5 or 6 additional Kaylas.
I was about to say they got 12 guys on the kickoff return. They were trying to make up for the 10 they had earlier. Sneak one on the return team. 3 still out there. I don't know, man. Just in.
And another onside kick. Forrest going to let it roll. Ball gets away. I think the Hornets fall on another one. And they did. Hornets pick up their 3rd onside kick of the game as our coaches are having a great time over on the sideline right now.
You know what Coach Moppin's thinking? There's 2:33 left in the half. They're 1 score away from that magic 35 lead. He's trying to put it on the board now and not have to worry about coming out and not being in that sportsmanship for the second half.
It'll make them feel real good to go in the second half. And that's where you can really start kind of resting some guys. I know they've still got some 9th graders, I think, or some JV guys they want to let play, so not to burn it before their season's up. But
so do they have one more game?
They've got
left?
one more.
Okay, yep. So you don't want to get them in yet.
Because we thought we might see some Levi Warrior tonight, but I was told that's most likely not going to happen. They want to give him one more game.
Those were if it was necessary.
Yep. Timmons, your motion, man. They're going to try to get it right here. They want it. Going deep. Looking for Cato out there. Cato runs under it. Couldn't get. No, I'm sorry. It wasn't Cato. It was Elijah. Or is that Barham? God, I'm all over the place. I think it's Barham.
It's not Cato because Cato's
yeah,
right
I know.
here.
When I looked down, I realized okay, it's not Cato.
I think it's Barham.
I think it is Barham.
They're trying to get everybody a little taste of the end zone tonight. And that was fingertips away from getting caught. Pretty ball. Bjork's throwing really good deep balls today. Hopefully you can keep that up for the rest of the year.
I believe Mills leads 16-14 at the half, by the way, over at Robinson. That game's at the Eccles halftime right now. So Andrew going to give away to Candler in the backfield. Candler cannot break that tackle, though, back at the 45-yard line. And they are definitely going deep into the running back room now.
It's a tall, long-legged running back right there.
.429 left before the half, and El Dorado scored again to make it 35-7. Going through the comments, I like what Alan Whitley had to say about that safety in Joe Mason a minute ago. Now Bjork got his man, but he threw it a little wide of Frost.
Good route by Frost. He broke it off and set that corner still running. He had some space, just a little bit outside of there where he broke it at.
So quickly to a 4th down here. It'll be 4th and 13 from the 45 with 1:45 to go in the first half. Let's see if they let Andrew kick this one, or if they really try to go for it.
I bet you they try and go for it. They're on the plus side now.
So I don't know why you wouldn't. You stole the possession anyway, so we'll try to make something out of it. And they get Timmons. Timmons got to throw a towel off the field before he gets set. And now Timmons your motion man. Fakes it to Mason, looking over the middle. Got it! Oh, Newell couldn't come in with it. I think that hand that flashed up at the linebacker just took his eyes off of it just enough that Elijah couldn't bring it down. It'll be a turnover on downs. Watson Chapel will take over with 1:40 to go in the first half.
And that was going to be a tough ball to squeeze in there. And Bjork, he put just enough on it to get over that linebacker, but it was a tight window that was going to be hard to put it into, and it was just right out of reach. And I think, you get a hand flash in front of you, it makes it a little bit more difficult to track that ball and catch it.
There will be a turnover on down.
So it'll be Watson Chapel ball here from the 45-yard line. So the Hornets couldn't convert the onside kick into points. So Kai and the Wildcat offense back on the field. Kai gives it up the middle to his running back, pushes the pile. It's a good carry. Give him about 7 on the play.
The first of some positive yardage they've really gotten through the middle of that defensive line. It looks like Beats isn't in there either. So
Connie Blevins asks, what number is BJ? BJ is 45. Kai gives it away again to the running back. He's met but drives the feet. Ball may have come out at the end of that play.
I think they're blowing it dead.
Let's see what the call is. The coaches definitely think this should be Hornet football. He's got a first down if that's the call.
You heard the whistle before anybody ever reacted like it was a fumble, so I bet you they're going to call.
Yeah. And they do, yep. Hilliard came out there with it, but it'll be Watson Chapel football. It's enough for another Acre Pharmacy first down. And boy, a great view, though, by our camera operator. That ball may have been out. That's hard to tell.
And she's wrangling a kid down there, too, while she's doing that.
Give that woman a raise. Now Kyle wants to throw the slant. Cato. Oh, Cato couldn't bring it down. Oh, man. Oh, Cato just about had him another pick there. Couldn't bring that one in. It'll bring up third down.
Steve, what's a raise on the 0? I assume you're paying her right now.
Hey, if you think I can get my wife to come out here and do this every Friday night for free, those days passed a long time ago.
I just assume she's a very supportive wife is all. I mean, that's the vibe I get from her.
She was for the first 2 years. Now she's like, I got to get paid or I ain't coming. Kai's got it, drops back, wants the screen, got his man, and, they had him. Breaks the tackle. Off to the races go the Wildcats, but that's going to be all for naught as we got a PI roofing penalty all the way back at the 43-yard line. We'll wait and see what this call is.
I'm going to assume they're going to give the ineligible downfield, which we got called on us. Was that Robinson?
Yep.
But they didn't call the other way?
Mm-hmm. Which Robinson got called for it twice, too, in that game. Took 2 touchdowns off the board. Off 2 great catches, if you remember. They had the big catch in the back corner this way, and then the big catch going this way.
Yeah, but those are just on regulars. They didn't get called for it on the screen, which we did get called for it on the screen.
Yeah. So you're right. The ineligible man downfield is what the PI roofing penalty is. So take the big gain off the board, back them all the way back up.
We got a pretty good game going on here on the Watson Chapel sideline, too, behind the players. Typically, you see games going on in a football game, but you don't typically see it on the sideline.
No, it's usually one of these ends.
It's a little dangerous for the little kids to be there. Guys fly out. I mean, you get players that get hurt just standing on the sideline.
Mm-hmm. So 2nd and 15 now from the 49-yard line after the PI roofing penalty. And reminder to join us for our Akel's halftime show in just a few minutes. We'll have some stats from this one as well as scores from around the state. Kai got the snap, looking left, throwing left, got his man, caught. Frost with that one arm couldn't get it down.
He was holding on with the cast hand. That's hard to keep a hold of that, but he slowed him down enough.
There's Hobbs on the catch. About half of what they needed there to be 3rd down and 8.
I really wish we did have the play clock, because that just it feels like a lot long. I mean, and they they probably are within that, but without the play clock, it makes it feel like so much longer between plays.
It does. It's just dragging, it feels like. Now they'll fake the run, fake the pitch in the middle. Dalen Larry's right there, as well as Candler. Mason and everyone else, all the other Hornets swarm. Kai never went to the turf, but the whistles blow, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The coach and quarterback are yelling at each other. That's not a. He wanted him to let it go, and the quarterback didn't feel comfortable throwing it, and they just yelled at each other a little bit there. Let's see what happens here.
I think we had a timeout by Watson, or did we call it? I missed who called that timeout. Right now they haven't changed it on the board.
Probably, I bet you we did.
I would think it would have been us.
It's not what you never like to see a coach and a player yelling back and forth at each other. He wanted him to let it go, and I think he just wasn't comfortable putting it into harm's way, and he was letting him know that.
A big number 99 in front of us. LeBron Montecure, 6'5", 260-pound sophomore defensive lineman.
And he hadn't touched the field.
That is a very big young man.
LeBron, maybe he should be playing basketball too.
Maybe he got a cramp.
He's a youngster, though. Maybe they just don't feel comfortable putting him out there
Yeah,
yet.
maybe so.
He's an intimidating body, I can tell you that. He looks like he's staring somebody down, too. I wouldn't want to be that person.
No. Looks like the band getting ready to do their performance. That's our Hornet band. We'll make sure we get the sounds from that for you. Kai's got it, bringing pressure. He wants to just throw it. He's got a man who leaked out. Oh, what a one-handed catch.
That's 12. That's Tyler Williams. Said his name a couple times now.
What an impressive catch there by Williams. Oh, a great job there by Kristen to get that one on the field cam. Now Kai steps up in the pocket. And this time it's not going to go well for him. He tries to break it. He's trying to do some KJ Jefferson things down there.
He got twisted up right there. That left ankle may be.
He is banged up. I think you're right, Tyler. He's hurt.
He had somebody down around his leg. Yeah, it may not even be an ankle. Oof.
Well, you hate to see that for Kai, and he is not getting up.
It didn't look good how he went down.
He's going to try to get himself up on his own. He does. And he will, with a heavy limp, make his way off the field.
They stopped it. Yeah, he's got. He don't want to, but what he don't understand is he's got to, because they stopped it. They stopped the clock for him. But that didn't look good.
It's going to be a situation where they're going to have to burn a timeout either way, though. I think they did call the timeout prior to him.
So then he can finish out.
Let's hope he's doing everything he can to walk it off down there. So let's hope for Kai's sake he's okay.
It's kind of KJ Jefferson, Ben Roethlisberger looking stuff where he's just standing there, got people hanging all over him, and that's just one where he had somebody hanging onto that. I think it was his left foot, and he just twisted to try to get out and got pulled down. KJ Jefferson, speaking of the quote from Nick Saban last week.
Oh, man.
Because he's done it 2 years in a row now where he's got a guy all over him, and like that whistle's about to blow because there's nowhere else to go, and he just throws him off of him and then throws a dart.
And that one was crazy. I've seen guys bounce off of guys and different things, but the way he just literally threw that guy off.
He had him wrapped up.
So Kai's still in there with 6 seconds. Expect him just to throw one to the end zone. Hobbles back now. He's got to try to scramble. And he just tosses it up, Hail Mary style, back of the end zone. That's caught. And out of bounds, though, as he couldn't bring it down in bounds. And so that'll do it for our first half of play. After a half, your Hornets lead this one 35-6. Join us right here on the Maumelle Sports Network for our Akel's halftime show here in just a few minutes.
Akel's Flooring and Cabinets. We're pulling out all of the stops for the whole enchilada sale.
Take advantage of store-wide savings.
Carpet,
Tile,
Cabinets, and more.
free installation and padding on all carpets. No interest for 18 months on flooring or cabinets. Sales tax paid.
At Akel's Flooring and Cabinets, we make it beautiful
For less.
Project Zero is a 501c3 nonprofit with one goal, and that is to have 0 kids in foster care waiting to be adopted.
And we're hoping to have 0 kids waiting. That's our whole goal, Project Zero.
It means no kid is forgotten, and there are people always fighting for kids to find their forever family, no matter how old they are.
There's not awareness out there. I don't think people understand the need that we have here in our own state for these children who are wonderful children waiting for forever families.
Once again, let's give a big round of applause to the Maumelle Hornet Marching Band.
All right, welcome back, Hornet fans. We are set here for our Ackles halftime show. And before we get started, I do want to say a big thanks to our friends over at Ackles Floor and Carpet. Let me get that right here in a minute. Ackles Carpet One Floor and Home, located or 3 convenient locations in Little Rock. You can give them a call, 501-214-0635. Or the easiest way to find them is visit them online at acklescarpet1.com. And I've had some experience with the folks over at Ackles. They do fantastic work, a great design center to help you out with whatever your next project is. So go give our friends over at Ackles Carpet One Floor and Home a shout today, as they have been great sponsors of ours the last couple years, of course, for our halftime as well as our kickoff. So I'm going to jump over here first. We'll get into some stats here from the great Jim Ashley. Kind of talk about this first half a little bit as Tyler Chenault joins me once again here on the broadcast. The first half that really, Tyler, the first quarter was a struggle. The Hornets kind of couldn't really get any rhythm, couldn't get anything going. And to your point, we talked about it a little bit, just one of those situations where maybe you came out looking at a team you thought you could kind of jump on easily up early, and Watson Chapel kind of little resistance to start, but the Hornets found some rhythm there as we got through the first half. Yeah,
that's just something you got to get out of your system. You got to have that wake-up call, and they gave it to them whenever they gave up that touchdown that they, really didn't expect. The team, the players didn't expect to give up anything. They expected to have a goose egg up there. But woke them up a little bit. They started playing their brand of football and gotten a little bit more comfortable now.
Hornets with 292 total net yards in that first half. They averaged 9.7 yards per play. Whereas Watson Chapel, 130 yards, they averaged 3.8 yards per play. Individual stats in that first half: Elijah Newell, your leading rusher, 7 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Worsham, 5 carries, 40 yards, but we didn't see him again back out there after he kind of tweaked an ankle. Didn't look like anything too serious, but obviously every precaution going to be taken right now as you're getting this late in the season. Want to make sure you got everybody as healthy as possible for that final stretch run.
Yeah, we saw Worsham, and he had that ankle wrapped already. So I doubt you're going to see him again. And if they can put another one up and kind of get that clock ticking, not moving again, I'm sure we'll see a lot of other guys get a little break, rest their legs some.
Andrew with 6 out of 12, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in that first half. That's a big part of obviously what they got to clean up. A couple of those were just not good decisions on where he put the ball, and that's, it was a story. You go all the way back to the Pine Bluff game. 7 turnovers in that one, several interceptions in that game, which really took you out of it. And there's been sometimes the sophomore, maybe the fact that he's a sophomore has kind of shown out a few times this year in some of the decision making, but that's something you got to definitely clean up here over the next 2.5 games we got remaining here in the regular season.
Yeah, and as you get going, you hope that's something that by this time of the year, with how many starts he's got underneath him, you can't even say he's a sophomore anymore, right? He's got enough starts, he's played enough games that, just got to be able to get those decisions right. And, they'll spend time in the film room talking about it. But it's all about processing, and the more you have to process, the better you get at it.
So receiving, Cato Hunter leads the way, 2 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown. And then Karsten Hilliard, 1 catch, 39 yards, and a touchdown as well. On the other side of things, your leading rusher for Watson Chapel looks like Jesse Bell, 3 carries for 15 yards. Rayford had 1 for 13. And then Kai ended up with 12 carries for 12 carries for 6 yards in that first half. Kai also 5 out of 14, 87 yards in that first half. Rayford, 2 catches for 40 yards. Tyler Williams, 1 for 28. Bell, 1 for 12. And Hobbs, 1 for 7. And I'm going to jump back over here to the Mills Sports Network real quick. A huge group watching over there. They're almost to 300 live. And that doesn't include everybody watching over on the Robinson Sports Network. Yeah, so, it's funny. I was talking with Trip Keeter earlier in the week, and sometimes we feel like you get about at least a quarter of those people watching that game are only watching to see if Mills will lose. I
don't think you're wrong.
But they're putting it. They're hanging around with Robinson right now. Both teams shorthanded, and Robinson leads that one 21-6. As I think we're
16.
Thank you. I think they're in the middle of a timeout in that one. And I'm going to jump over here to the SB Live scoreboard, see if I can get you some score updates. And I was hoping that these would be more up to date than the Fearless, but I don't think they are. Wow, that would be huge. So Valonia picked up their first win of the year here, beating Watson Chapel last week. And now they lead Whitehall 28-14. That game is well into the third, about halfway through the third quarter.
That's starting to look like the one that got away for us, maybe, Steve, because, Marlton beat Whitehall, and then we handled Marlton, and I think, score-wise, it looked a little closer than I think it was on the field against Marlton, but Whitehall won. That was that first conference one. It's one that got away that you think maybe, even looking back now, I probably had a chance to win that one.
Yeah, that's one you really wish you would have gotten. And then you look across the landscape of what the 5A Central looks like right now, and if that score holds, Morrilton, is Morrilton off this week?
No, they're down. Yeah.
Okay, so they're at Pine Bluff, and they're down. So obviously, if those scores hold, Whitehall will be out of the picture at 2-4. Maumelle would move to 3-3. And then Morrilton would fall to 4-3. I'm assuming that's correct based on
something like that. But then Morrilton still has, and they've still got to play Mills next week. So you would assume, right? You don't like to do that, but you expect a loss to Mills because Mills will be back to full strength next week.
Wow, so Morrilton does not actually have a bye week. They just play all the way to the final week of the season, and then their bye week is week 10. Yeah. So, yeah, that's big. If those scores all hold, then suddenly you're turning around, you're looking at the standings that final week with a great opportunity because, again, Morrilton would be 4-3, technically a half a game ahead because they don't have their bye week until week 10. So you're right there. And, again, you do at that point kind of you have your own future in your hands there as you look forward to the last couple of weeks of the season. So let's see.
If you're a Maumelle fan, just make sure that you are paying attention to that Valonia one, too.
Yeah. And that's a big one because obviously you get Valonia, too, next week. Valonia's got to come to us next week, and then you'll finish the season out against BB. And, again, you take for granted. Those are teams that have struggled all year long. But BB showed last week against Robinson, they're physical. I mean, they will come out, they will hit you, and they are not afraid to play spoiler in that final week of the season, what will be senior night. And now Valonia may be finding a little bit of momentum here as, a win over Watson Chapel, now potentially a win over Whitehall tonight, coming in on a 2-game winning streak. Could make for an interesting ball game next week. We're going to need everybody to show up and show out at Hornet Stadium for that ball game next Friday night. All right, so fourth set for our Eccles kickoff. Put a boot into it. Line drive kick going to be returnable at the 20-yard line. Looking for a seam in the middle of the field. Going to run the wrong direction as Sublett along with Newell are back there. And he'll be pulled down. They're going to give him forward progress at the 28-yard line, and that's where Watson Chapel will start their first possession of the second half.
I think another one of the things with our kickoff, they didn't get many yards that time, but the last time is they're doing really well staying in their lanes, but they're staying in their lanes kind of past the ball carrier. Once you see that ball carrier and he kind of commits, that's when you want to start bending that lane a little bit, and they're just kind of staying straight, and a couple of them are almost running themselves out of the play. Him running backwards actually helped us and because he ran into the guys that had kind of already ran by him.
So Kai comes back out at quarterback, and he's still got a noticeable limp as he makes his way out to the quarterback position. So let's see if he's able to finish this one out. And Kai's got it. He looks to throw. Wants to throw and threw it behind his man. Incomplete.
And if that would have got to him, I think he was going to take a little bit of a lick there, too.
Brooks was the man in coverage down there for the Hornets. Caden getting some experience here in this ball game.
Getting a lot of snaps tonight. That's good, though. That's good. Late little shift there.
Newell moves to the other side. Kai looking that way, wants to throw. He's got his man. It tips off his hands. He had Connor, and Connor couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, that late move, I think they got Hilliard. What they got is they got Hilliard that's kind of – he's shadowing the tight end / sniffer there. So he's definitely been – whenever 12's been at tight end, he's been lined up on him, and I think he's just playing in man. And he was at sniffer that time, so I think they noticed it late and switched over there.
The 3rd down and 10. Watson Chapel, 3 out of 8 on 3rd downs in the first half. And Kai going to roll to his left, right into the pressure. He just pitches it up in the air, and that's going to be caught. A PI roofing penalty is going to be a pass interference, most likely on the Hornets. The play's going to count. Not sure at all how that becomes a completion. But it should be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down.
And that's going to be a pretty weak pass interference, too, if they call it. Either way, I don't know that anybody really touched anybody right there. But
that is the call. So
he had 6 guys in the vicinity of the ball.
Penalty will be declined. First and 10, Watson Chapel.
somebody needs to get these weird kids out from in front of the press box. I don't know whose children they are, but they got to go.
Just looking in here smiling and stuff. I don't know what Mom kicked him off the sideline for this half.
Kai, here comes the pressure again. Throws it over the middle. That one sails on him as he wanted Rayford.
Looks like he's struggling to put any weight on that leg. He's hurting every time he moves.
I got to believe he won't be much of a threat to run it here in the second half.
I think Coach Moppin thinks that too. He's sent the house often this half just because he knows it's going to be tough for him to get off his spot with that leg.
This time they'll pitch it out to the left side and
couldn't
bring him down.
Get a hold.
Yeah, definitely going to be a hold. PI Roofing, those pink flags fly across the field. So
flags on the play.
I need to get back on offense, get that next touchdown, get this clock running.
Horse collar.
Did he? I don't.
What? A horse collar?
Face. Maybe the PA guy guessed
it. Face mask. It is a face mask on the Hornets. So the PI Roofing penalty will go against Maumelle. So add 15 to the end of that play.
I guess maybe I was looking for the hold so much I didn't see where our defensive lineman's hand ended up. I guess he ended up in the face on that one.
You got a 5-yard face mask penalty. That was interesting. Got Sam Beavers on the Watson Chapel call. He promised we'd be out here by 9:30 tonight, so I'm holding him to it. Kai dancing around. He's out of bounds. I don't see a hat or anything on the field.
I'm guessing he got pushed out. If you get forced out, I guess you can come back and catch it. He didn't. If he got forced out right there, he didn't put up much of a fight.
No,
because he was out off the white. He was out of the coach's box on that one.
I think every Hornet player on this side just kind of threw their arms up like, what are we doing? Instead, it's now 2nd down and 10 here for Watson Chapel as they look to the sideline for the play call.
Try and get everybody set. Let's see what.
And again, I feel like we've gone way more than 25 seconds here.
Well,
it's working now.
But it was at 20. It would have been more than 5 seconds for sure. I guess maybe they're working the 40 now.
Don't know what we're doing.
Now they got 2 guys on the line of scrimmage. Okay, they're going to run it.
Handed up the middle. Driving forward to the 35-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 4. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 6.
Okay, so they got the 40 clock working now.
So 3rd and 6 on the 35.
Well, that's good. Now all we got to do is get that other clock running the rest of the time. Touchdown here would hurt that opportunity, though.
They don't have enough men on the line of scrimmage unless they adjust here. Because 6 is off. He's been on these past 2 plays covered up by 3. If he don't get back on, you got too many men in the backfield.
Now
there it is, yep. So 6 can't go downfield if they throw it.
And he does. They look to throw instead. That's a backwards patch. You got to pick that up. Newell, pick it up and go. Now he does. As now they're off to the races with it. Taking off with it is Brayton Evans. And Evans will be pulled down inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. And the Hornets will take over, but we do have a PI Roofing penalty way back at the 37 on the other side.
That was pre-snap. I think they may have called too many in the backfield or illegal motion. He was coming up at the snap. Illegal motion or formation or whatever, yeah.
So they'll decline that, and it'll be Hornet football with 10:24 to go in the 3rd. Quick update from Charlie George Stadium. Robinson leads as they head to the 4th, 21-16.
Oh, now we got guys pushing each other on the sideline. Kai might be done with this game. He's kind of out of it, unfortunately.
Give Kai credit. He's trying to do everything he can out there to at least put some points on the board for Watson Chapel. That ankle injury is not helping him out. So Andrew gets the snap and gives away to Newell. Left side, Newell broke the first tackle, gets hogtied at the 25-yard line. He'll gain about 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
That's about how it looked. And I think they were trying to throw it to the guy that was covered up, but he got bullied off the ball, and I think Kai tried to stop throwing it, and then that's whenever he got hit and the ball went backwards. And if Newell scooped it up, he had the first chance. I think it's a touchdown, but he missed it just by a little bit.
That was good to see Braden Evans, though, sophomore. We get to call his name as he scooped it up. And this one somehow ends up in the hands of Mason, and Mason's got a lot of room to run.
Rolling.
Across the 25, down inside the 10, inside the 5, finally pulled down at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal, Hornets, after the Acre Pharmacy first down run.
You'd love to see Cato. Cato's downfield blocking his guy the whole time, too, giving extra room.
So 5 yards away from the sportsmanship rule here, being put into effect with 9:20 to go and counting.
There it is.
And there it is. Joe Mason right up the middle. Give him 6 as the Hornets score the American Pie Pizza touchdown and push the lead out to 41-6 with 9:10 remaining here in our third quarter.
Another untouched touchdown by Mr. Joe Mason there. Just not many people wanting to get in his way tonight. I get it.
Extra point for Forrest is up, and it is good. So with 9:10 to go here in our third, Hornets lead at 42-6.
You always got to look. Right now, he's going to keep kicking them. You got to wait for the Coach Maupin's going to knock somebody down if he does that too often. That's too strong of a dude to be doing that with some of these smaller kids. So there it is. After this kickoff, shouldn't see the clock stop again unless there is a timeout.
And I think this is the first. I know it is for us, but I think this is the first sportsmanship rule game I've got to call this year. I don't think any of the Robinson. I think Robinson got to one really late, but I wasn't on that call. So
we thought we were going to get to one whenever we were at the Robinson at Valonia. They just never could get there. They were always a touchdown away.
We almost got to one in our game against Pine Bluff too. Then the Hornets were able to battle back.
Yep.
So now we'll let that clock run, and hey, you know what? We might get home in a decent hour tonight, y'all.
They still got the onside kick defense up there. I think at this
they already
point,
started the clock, too.
You don't have to worry about it too much.
It's already running. So Forrest kicks this one returnable from the 19-yard line. Out across the 25. Hilliard chase him. The Hornets swarming him. Sublett there. Pushed him out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That's where Watson Chapel will start this drive.
If you got to, just make him keep running sideways, and he's not going to gain many yards on you.
Update from El Dorado. El Dorado leads Sylvan Hills 42-13. Catch that one over on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network.
And you think maybe at this point, once we're at this sportsmanship, maybe we'll see the Big 99 get in and play some.
Yeah, I'd like to see him on the field. He's got his helmet on now. He's ready to come in the game. Kai still out there at quarterback for Watson Chapel.
He's fighting.
I like the heart out of him. I mean, obviously, tough season, and I don't remember him being the quarterback last time we were down here either.
Not last year, no.
Well, even earlier when they played Mills, I don't remember him being the quarterback in that game either. Kai looks, throws, got a man, easy throw, caught. Joyner going to drag him down along with Frost. Get about 6 on the play out to the 21-yard line.
So now you got Hilliard's out. Hilliard's kind of been the guy that shadowed 12 all game, so maybe Frost has kind of got that job at this point. Maybe. He's not shifting over.
So 2nd and 4.
There, yeah, now that he's pointing him out.
Now Kai wants to throw to his left. That one quite bringing in Newell. Drags his man to the ground. I think number 6, Hobbs didn't like the tackle, but Newell, I don't think, realized he dropped it.
No, I don't think he had any idea. He's just playing. I mean, the whistle blew, but Hilliard, I mean, they're already falling at that point. Newell's already taking him to the ground when the whistle blows there.
So 3rd down and 4 for Watson Chapel. Mills has scored to take a 24-21 lead with 10 minutes to go in that ball game. And now we got a whistle and a timeout here. I think Watson Chapel burns one here. So that will stop the clock with 6:30 left in the 3rd. So we can sit here and talk a little more. This is those fun times. We got to find interesting things to talk about. But I will remind you of our sponsors, PI Roofing, 6109 Remount Road. Give them a call at 501-707-3548. They are the sponsors of our penalty flags this year. They were last year as well. So big thanks to the folks over at PI Roofing, as well as our guy, Jack Lankford, for helping make that connection. Again, if you're Hornet fans and you're looking for an opportunity to support your Hornet basketball team, we've got some sponsorship opportunities still available as we get ready for basketball season. And I tell you what, Tyler, it has the chance to be a special basketball season at Maumelle, as obviously Jacob Lanier getting a lot of attention, top 25 in the country as a sophomore. They are just absolutely loaded. Jordan Harris, 6'7", another special one there. Markalen Rochelle. And I know there's some other guys, some other new names that are going to make some noise as well this year. And I was talking to Coach Hall. We were down at the Grady Majors Showcase on Sunday, and he's excited about some of the new faces as well. So going to be a fun season on the hardwood at Maumelle this year.
Yeah, got some big names there that they're going to walk out on that court.
I'll pitch it inside, and that was Braden's out there again, but they're going to – oh, what a hit! As Timmons came up and put it on him. They'll finally throw him down. That's Jeremiah Armstrong. Finally wraps him up and takes him to the turf.
Timmons came from 15 yards deep, had a head full of steam. Didn't get him down, but he sure knocked him back a few yards.
I'm regretting not bringing my hoodie. I didn't think I'd be cold, but it's getting a little chilly in this booth.
I carried the sweater in, at least for the walk back to the car. Back in there.
So it's 4th down and 4. And let's see if they get this off. They got 5 to snap it. And Kai dropping, throwing left, and led his man too much. And we got a little extracurricular as Sublett lost a helmet. Not being blocked, but that'll be a turnover on downs. Hornets will take over from the 32-yard line.
That one was just kind of in the middle of the play, and Sublett just kind of got the worst of it, unfortunately, and his helmet popped off.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Hornets from the 31 with 5:15 and counting. Sportsmanship rule is in effect. So.
Here he comes. Here comes LeBron.
Uh-oh. So we are going to see big 99 on the field. Hornets making some changes on the offensive side. I'm going to figure out who all these guys are. Michael Candler's in the backfield. You got Barham at wide receiver on the near side of the field. And I can't tell who our receivers are on the other side. It's Jonathan Williams, your motion man. They're going to give it to Candler. Candler break a couple tackles, dragging Wildcats with him inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. That'll be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down. Mills has scored again. 8:31 to go in there. Mills just extended their lead to 30-21.
Tucker Gurney's in your slot, 17, and I'm trying to figure out who that top receiver is.
We're going to go back to Candler again. Candler will seam inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
And 23 is your top receiver, but we don't have 23 on the roster.
I don't believe that was one of the numbers that Maupin gave me.
Sublett coming on.
I got a 24 and a 34. I did not get a 23. I don't think that's Sorrells, but it could be. He said he wasn't going to play. That could be. I think that is Cameron Sorrells. I'm not 100% certain. Somebody in the comments may be able to correct that for us. I cannot remember the number when Maupin was. I didn't pay attention because Maupin was like, yeah, he's not going to play. If it is Sorrells, He put up quite the stat line last night for the 9th grade team. He had over 400 yards receiving against Jacksonville.
They got one. I can't imagine it's him having one more game left. There's no reason to bring him in this game and burn that last game as a 9th grader.
Candler again as he gets across the 15.
Especially because you're gonna run the ball as much as you can right here anyway.
Hop over here and see if anybody's corrected me in the comments.
And Steve gives all the updates for the other PCSSD games, but I've got the Bologna game pulled up just to keep up. Bologna's up 34-28 right now. 1:40 left in the third, and they've got the ball, but they're backed up into their own territory.
3rd down and 3. So give it away to Candler. Candler's got the first down and more. Down to the 5. Another Acre Pharmacy first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. And now our folks in the comments are coming through for us. That's Christian Jackson is number 23.
There you go. They always know. They'll get it fixed up for us.
I appreciate you folks. Appreciate you guys watching us. Candler again across the 5, and he's going to be stood up and thrown down.
I think that's just what we're going to see. We're going to see Candler up to the middle left, middle right, middle left, middle right for the next 14 minutes now.
And Mon Tyler says that was freshman Cameron last night. I knew that's who it was. I just wasn't sure if that's who was out there on the field right now. I couldn't remember the number that Maupin told me. I know he's here. He's dressed, but they don't plan to play him. Same with Levi Warrior. Sublet your motion man, and they'll give this one away. Candler left side, and he's going to be stopped. Now the pile moves forward to the 1. And it'll bring up a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
That was 67 comes through Drake Lucier, comes through and almost gets able to push him back into the end zone on that one.
Now let's see him go off the right side right behind big Jalen Harris.
Road grader.
Andrew going to be under center. Let's see if we get the tush push here. That's what they do. Trying to get the push. I think they stuffed him. They did. And he is going to be ruled down just outside the goal line, so it'll be 4th and goal.
He's coming out limping again. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Let somebody else do it.
Yeah, let Candler put BJ in there. Let BJ go the tush push there. Instead, they'll go back to the shotgun this time. I got to believe you're going to go right to Candler and
hand it to
just
him.
Go right behind Sublet. And they do. Candler left side. Give him 6 as Michael Candler scores the American Pie Pizza touchdown. And with 30 seconds and counting left in our third, your Hornets extend the lead out to 48-6 pending our extra point.
Watching Bjork come off, you got to imagine that Coach Maupin's telling you that dude, he catches the snap, he hands it off.
Yeah.
And that's going to.
Will be the extra point will get it off maybe. Let's see.
Is the buzzer going to go off as they snap it?
Oh, Forrest got a chance at a buzzer beater. Kick is up, and he hit the buzzer beater. And Cooper Forrest going to be carried off the field after the extra point. Cooper's 5 for 5 on extra points tonight as he's carried off in celebration. The Hornets extend their lead to 49-6. That'll do it for our third. Join us for the fourth here on the Maumelle Sports Network. Your Hornets lead at 49-6.
Hello?
Hello, roofers are us.
Hello, your ad says same-day leak repair. I called yesterday and nobody has been out.
That was a typo in the ad. It was supposed to say someday roof repair. Who you think we are? PI Roofing?
If you have a leaky roof, you need it fixed right away. Call your roof leak detectives at PI Roofing and get the leak stopped right away. We're ready at a moment's notice all year long. Call 501-687-6246 for same-day roof repair from PI Roofing.
All right, welcome back here as we are on the campus of Watson Chapel High School, and it's like the Sam Beavers' promise of a 9:30 exit is looking more and more likely. 9:10 on the clock, 12 minutes on the scoreboard, and that's going to run quickly.
As long as nobody calls a timeout when they shouldn't, we'll be out of here by then.
Forrest. And swing kicked off, returnable from the 23-yard line out across the 35. Broke a tackle across the 45, got the edge. Off to the races go the Wildcats. And broke the tackle, trying to bring him down inside the 10. They finally will drag him down at about the 7-yard line.
Not the way you want to start your fourth. Not sure. You're not sure how many people you have in. I mean, looking at the numbers, it looks like a lot of the guys that are typically on your kickoff team, so that's not what you really like to see. A lot of coaches, they'll do, even when the backups come in for offense and defense, the starters are still out there on special teams a lot of times. And that looking at the numbers, it seems about like the normal group, so not what you like to see to start the fourth.
That was Deshaun Burton down there on the tackle. Burton's a young man who's worked really hard to get his opportunity to get back on the field for the Hornets. Watson Chapel wants to score, trying to get around the corner. Down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
At this point, I'm just going to have to trust you, Steve. At the one corner I can't see.
We can lean a little bit on each other if we need to. There is still more room in this booth than Whitehall. BB, that was a tight one as well. Now Watson Chapel, a late substitution.
Eddie Johnson coming in.
I believe Kai's going to run this right up the middle. And he wills. He jumps under center, and the Hornets stuff it. Nothing there. It's 3rd and goal. That's an interesting play call, too. It seems to me that's got to be like a borderline, like false start on the quarterback as he's running
forward,
yeah.
We'll bring up 3rd and goal.
It definitely mimics the start of a play.
I've got an injured lineman for Watson Chapel as well. Not surprised after coming out of that pile. Let's see how that works. As Hornets should be able to get a good push on the right side of that line. And they were offsides. Hornets jumped. They were going to try to throw that into the end zone.
Jump pass.
Yeah. But it's a PI roofing penalty. Going to be an offsides on the Hornets. So going to move it about 3 inches and try again.
Half the distance to the goal will remain 3rd down.
So at that point, if you jump a little bit, it's not the worst thing because it's not like you're going to get too much closer. Looks like sneaking again.
Do the same thing. Kai runs up, and the Hornets were offsides again. They were going to try to throw it again.
But I mean, that's that thing. He's running up like he might have already snapped the ball. It's tough. I mean, I'm telling you right here, jump every time if you think if you're trying to time it up because you're already on the yard line anyway.
Yeah, the ball can't be moved any more than what it is. It's literally, you can't move it anymore. You can jump offsides the rest of the time.
And the clock's still running, so really you could keep them from scoring here, jump offsides every play for the next 9 minutes.
Except for the last one. You got to stop because you can't end the game on a defensive penalty. I'll try it again. They're going to throw it. Kai drops, throws, picks off.
Yes,
Hilliard's got it, and he may go to the house. Hilliard across the 20, and he is gone. Take it to the house goes Karsten Hilliard as he's going to return this one 103 yards for the Hornet touchdown.
I mean, that's just a guy knowing what's happening, right? They tried to throw it 2 times in a row, so he's like, all right, I'm not going to stop the run. If they try and throw it again, I'm going to take care of it, and he did.
On the return.
Just a smart heads-up play by Hilliard.
I mean, the fact they did it 3 times in a row and didn't even try to
not
just
the
sneak
greatest
it
call.
again.
I'll agree with that as well, but he knew he wasn't going to stop the run anyway, so why not take a chance to pick that one off?
So now the most exciting extra point kicker in the 5A Central. We'll see what kind of dance we get out of Cooper Forrest if he can hit his 6th.
Yeah, I think he's starting to recycle them, so he's running out of ideas. He never knew he was going to get a kick that many. Maybe that's the strategy. Jump off sides until you know what they're going to run.
It's not a bad strategy. So Forrest, get everybody lined up finally. Good snap, gets it down, kick is up. And Karsten Hilliard hits his 6th extra point of the night. And Hornets lead it 56-6
now
with 7:20 to go.
They're skipping off now, holding hands, skipping. I'm waiting on him to run out of material, but he hadn't yet.
Surely we've got Kristen in front of those, a couple of them. We're going to have to get that on a highlight. I don't know if I can get it or not, but hopefully you've saved a couple in there I can pull out later.
Send it to every college in the state.
So Hornets lead at 56-6 now as we're under 7 minutes. Karsten Hilliard having himself one heck of an evening.
Bologna is now down 1, 34-35, 10 minutes left in the fourth.
Man.
They do have the ball on their 34, so see if they can't put a little drive together and take the lead back.
So Forrest, another Akel's kickoff here. Our band and what's left of fans making a little noise. This one going to be pooched over to the 30, picked up there. Out across the 35. Oh, what a hit.
23.
Is that Christian Jackson?
I'm glad we know his name now.
Yeah. Watson Chapel knows his name now, too.
Goodness gracious.
Wow. Ooh, and a great shot by our camera operator down there as well. That's a good-looking. She's been on it. It was a great job and a big hit by Jackson. All right, so some things happening of interest right now. So the Central is across from the East. Southside leads the conference right now, so if the Hornets were the 4 seed, that's who they'd play. However, Valley View currently, as we're going to run this ball up the middle, I'm not sure if I should still do play-by-play on a game we're up 50, but I'll do my best. Let me see. So just to give you a score update right now, Valley View leads Southside 37-21 in the fourth quarter. That's going to put Valley View number 1 in the East if that score holds up. Nettleton, not sure what the score of their game is right now, but there could be a 3-way tie as this one bouncing around looking up the middle. That's going to be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down. We got a Hornet helmet loose at 49-yard line. That's 54. 64.
Yeah.
I don't have him either. We're going deep in the rosters right now as I don't have 64 either, but that's a big development as Valley View. If we are the 4 seed, obviously we'll match up with the 1 seed out of the East, and that's either the Southside or Valley View, and that game's being played right now. Valley View getting the best of them. Oh, I thought Sublett was going to have a chance at a pick 6 there.
So I might have to make the trip up to right outside of Jonesboro?
Yep. We're going to have a little trip on our hands, it looks like. Hey, playing football after week 10, we'll take it. We didn't get to do it last year. I had to take that frozen tundra trip all the way to Shallow Christian and Mills in a game that was fun for about a quarter and a half. Yes, there was ice on the ground. It was cold. Oh my gosh. And Kai's got it. He wants to throw. He wants to launch. Throws it up. His man's got a step. He's going to make the catch and score the touchdown. Nice throw there by Kai as he limps his way up the field for the 2-point conversion. I'm assuming that was Tariq Connor on the catch. And the Watson Chapel fans that are left in the stadium are cheering loudly for their Wildcats.
Give them something to cheer for. You like to see it.
And they'll go for 2 as we're down to under 3 here left in this one. Kai getting his guys lined up. He's going to run to the right side. And Matt in the backfield trying to break free. Hornets swarm him under. He does break free. And somehow Kai gets the 2-point conversion. That is a great play there by Demarion Kai. Just goes to show how tough that young man is as he just keeps battling out there for the Wildcats.
And Steve, for some reason, it looks like Watson Chapel's cheerleaders are running laps. I don't know. They just all came running from the other side of the field on the track. I don't know.
So instead of push-ups, do they run laps for every touchdown? I mean, at least they don't have to run many laps a season.
I don't know why they came from that side or what they were doing. But.
Maybe they went over to say hello to our fans. I don't know.
Or no, they went and got our cheerleaders. So both said that's where they were coming.
We're gonna get a dual cheerleading show over here.
Or they just I don't we'll see.
Now there it is. They made it. Look out. We got crickets in the press box.
It's not funny.
It came after us.
It knew better than
I saw it out of the corner behind. I saw Tyler take off.
Look, if anybody knows me, right, they know I don't mess with bugs. They're not going to hurt me, but I'm not trying to touch them.
Oh, reminder next time we come to Washington Chapel, bring the bug nets. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. So, Kai.
He looked in my eyes.
Kai's line drive kick. Timmons is going to get a chance from the 14-yard line. Timmons up the middle, got hit in the hole. He got hit hard. And Timmons goes down at the 33-yard line. And that may have been the last play. If they don't start this play clock for another 10 seconds, we can just run this thing out.
I don't think they want to.
They don't want to. They want to let it run out.
And I don't think anybody has any issue with that.
No.
They've switched to 25. Just ref.
But they're not starting it yet.
They're waiting on the ref to start the ready for play whistle, and they're trying to drag it out. Take too long. Yeah. Now drop the ball accidentally. It's gonna do it. Don't start it.
We got Tucker Gurney at quarterback.
All right, well, he might not take it. He doesn't have to take a snap.
I think he's gonna, just to say he's took a snap. And he did. Gurney, he'll hand it away up the middle. Watson Chapel stuffs it. No gain on the play, and that should be the last snap of the ball game. Hornets don't have to snap it again.
Another set of good news, Vologna did take the lead back. Vologna's up 40-35 pending the two-point conversion item soon in Vologna.
So that'll do it. Your Hornets are victorious here at Wasson Chapel. Proved a 3-3 in conference, 5-3 overall. Hornets win this one 56-14 as we frantically try to keep the bugs out and shut all of our windows here. So we appreciate each and every one of you joining us. We're not going to have a post game here. We will. I'll share the stats with highlights tomorrow, but we're going to cut this one done and call it good. Sam Beavers, great job. You got us out here at 9:23. So that'll do it. Your Hornets win this one 56-14. I want to say thanks to everybody for joining us, and you guys be right back with us as we welcome Vologna to the Hornets Nest next weekend. I want to say a big thanks to Christian Webb as well as Kristen Henson, our camera operators, Kayla Fletcher, our producer and engineer. Of course, I'm Steve Henson, and Tyler